guys. Hi.
I always do this. Jordan makes fun of me. Okay, so I'm here with Jenna and we are starting the process for the extensions. We figured we would record and answer some of the questions that you guys asked. Somebody had asked for me to do a full-on blog post / video to answer everything, and we were already planning on that, so yay! Okay, so Jenna, what do you do? Or introduce yourself first.
I'm Jenna. I work for a company called Sunkissed Makeup, and I do hair for weddings and prom, stuff like that. And then I also do extensions on the side by myself. Today we're gonna do tape-ins because Ellie wants something that's a little, you wanted something more, like what was your goal whenever, because you didn't want a weft. You didn't want a hand tie.
No, we just wanted to do something. I mean, I've done extensions, I've done the beaded extensions.
Yeah.
And that was basically a nightmare.
Yes. We wanted something a little more healthy.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people, the stigma is that tape-ins are bad for your hair, but to me, I have proof from clients that it's improved the hair over time, and it's helped them just kind of have something as a filler until their hair gets the length that they want it to. So we've ordered a couple different colors. We have 3 different colors because Ellie has a lot of dimension in her hair. And so we have 8/613 from Bombshell. And then we have, this one is ombré D16/22.
I will type everything out also in the description box for you guys, and links and stuff for you guys to look at.
2 of these colors came in a little bit more golden than her actual hair, so I already did a pre-wash with purple shampoo, and it's kind of like a purple dip.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna mix these 2 colors so we can get kind of all that dimension in there.
Yeah.
With the roots and the...
It's a big difference. This hair feels so soft, guys. I'm like incredibly soft.
So when you had them, did you have the micro beads where it was little beads everywhere?
Yes, it was a nightmare.
No, that's how that sounds. Those are so damaging.
Yeah. And so how many packs did we do?
We did 3.
3 packs. So that answers that question. We did 3 packs. Yeah, so I've gotten hair extensions done before, and I did the beaded, and I was actually thinking about it. Ironically, I was actually pregnant. It was right before I found out I was pregnant with Liam. And then I had nightmares because the way the beaded was, and I'll put a picture in the video for you guys to see, or for you guys to see what it was like. But tiny little beads like clipped into my hair everywhere, and it was thick and it hurt and it was really, really heavy. And then the tips were like blonde and my roots weren't blonde, so you can see it. And I mean, it was the first time we ever tried extensions. I did extensions with Melanie. It was the first time for both of us, and we were like, oh, let's just try it. And it took like 6-8 hours to put in and to take off. It was a nightmare.
That's why too, I don't do those. I'm like, what's most time efficient? Because I have kids, you have kids, everybody has kids.
Yeah.
So I'm just spraying your hair a little bit with a little bit of hairspray just so I can get any of those like flyaway hairs to kind of stick to your like long pieces, so that when I attach the tape, it's gonna capture both.
Oh.
And you're not gonna have like weird flyaways. How long do you want them?
I don't know. I was thinking we could kind of play with it. My thought was like maybe like right here.
I can put in like the first layer, and then you tell me if you want to, how much you want to cut off of that.
Okay.
So that'll be your longest.
Yeah. So with the tape ins, you tape the top and the bottom together?
Yes, so you sandwich them. And you want to do like kind of, I do a little bit thicker than a thin layer like some people do, because I just think that that's too much weight on that little of hair. So, I mean, it's by no means is a thick piece of hair in between, but it's thicker than what I think like most people tend to do. But I think that's kind of why it stayed more healthy, because it wasn't just like this heavy weight.
Yes. Yeah.
And then there's 2 like different ways people do it, and I sandwich on the bottom first, and then I do the top, and some people will just put the top one on first and then lift it and then sandwich it on the bottom.
Okay, so does it damage your real hair? I guess we kind of went through that, you know.
And I will say, like, don't go get extensions with the intent that they are completely 110% damage free, because
it's gonna give some damage.
yeah, nothing that you do to your hair, color, all of that is all damaging. But just know that like when you do go, find someone that you know has been trained on it and definitely knows how to install, that it's not like their first time.
Okay, so how much of an upkeep is it?
Depending on what you get, I would say, just depends. I mean, for something, this is what I put it, exactly like you said with the eyelash extensions. Like, for something that you get to, for a reason to be low maintenance, always requires more maintenance than you expect. So like eyelashes, like I hated that I had to get them refilled all the time, and you know, I don't know how you still do it with your kiddos.
I honestly, it takes an hour, and every time I go, I take a nap. So I'm like, hey, that's a nap for me.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yes.
Your person's fast then, because I like used to be there for like 2 or 3 hours.
Oh my gosh, no, I'm like in and out in 45 minutes, an hour, and I nap. I'm like, I use it as a nap.
Yeah. But yes, like maintenance wise, you're gonna come at least every, I don't know, 6 weeks.
Like a haircut.
Yeah.
So then I guess that leaves then the next question is, how long can you leave it in?
So everyone's different, because like you could have a faster hair growth than me. You know what I mean? I know it's some of the questions, like some of the like answers to extensions are all like ranged off of the person.
The growth. So then, like, let's say if I never got my hair colored and I just have extensions, and let's say my hair was just all brown, I guess you have to move it. You have to move it back up to. But if you keep moving it back up every 6 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks, whatever it is, can you have it in for like a whole year?
No, not a whole year with tapes. You can't do that with any extension, but there is like a type that I do that you can just move the bead up, so it's a lot easier. For the move ups, it's not like taking the tapes out, retaping them, all of that stuff. It's just a whole different method. And that one is a lot easier to get your hair colored.
So then how many,
Sorry.
yeah, you're fine. How many times can you move the tape-ins up then?
So I say as long as you treat the hair good, and I do like a conditioning treatment in between each time on the actual tape ends, so that they keep that like soft texture. And I'd say, I mean, I can get hair to last for a good year.
Okay.
And then most of my clients will either buy a new one because they want longer hair, or they'll buy a new one just because they want the feel of the softness again. It's kind of personal preference as to the client.
And then somebody wanted to know, how much does it normally cost? I guess it depends on how much packs you get, right?
For the actual hair.
Well, I guess how
Or
much
like
does it overall?
So normally, most of my clients, Ellie has thick hair, so I already knew that going in from styling your hair before, and that I knew you were gonna need more than 2. But most of my clients usually just want them for the thickness, and we do about 2 packs, and so that's usually, I tell them it's range from $350 to about $450, depending on, for just the hair. Then installing, for tape-ins, I charge less because they're way quicker for me. It doesn't take me a long time. And for installs, I charge $200, and then for tapes, and then for beaded weft, I charge $300 for the install and $200 for the move up. And then for hand tied, I charge $500 each time, because they're a full takedown process, and those take about like sometimes 4 hours.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And then I guess, what's the best type for really thin hair?
My favorite for fine hair is tapes, because I think that the beads in those wefts can get really thick.
And you can see it, that makes sense.
Or you can just feel it. And fine hair, to me, that I've had, as far as like experience wise, like I've had fine hair is done way better with tapes.
Can anybody get extensions? Like, what about girls with curly hair?
Yes, so they make curly haired ones. And so I have a client as well that
like
we do.
coiled curly?
Like is this girl's hair really curly, she's saying?
No, they were just asking, can curly haired girls get extensions?
Yes, they can. I mean, I would absolutely install it straight. Like I would straighten the extension out first. so that I could get a good picture of the cut, you know, and all that, and then let them curl it after, or wear it curly whenever they want. But yes, they make some that do have, they have like really kinky, and then they have wavy ones, and then they have straight, but the straight ones even hold a wave whenever you put like an air dry cream or something in it.
Yeah. Okay, so then how do you take care of them?
Like as far as like washing them, shampooing them, stuff like that?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just discuss your tapes unless anyone, let's like talk about the tapes versus like if somebody wants beaded or something, they can always just reach out and ask me.
Yeah.
But as far as tapes goes, you're gonna wash them like normal, but you're going to condition from like mid shaft down because you don't want to get that conditioner up in the tapes because that will loosen your tapes. And if you put on like any hair oils or serums, don't put it at your root.
Okay.
Just put it towards your ends. And you can put it on the extension hair. It's human hair. That's good for it too. You know, you want to use a heat protectant. Just your normal. Basically, the only like main rule with tapes I tell people is don't shower for 2 days and don't put anything that you know is like, if you have a hair mask that makes your hair really silky, don't put that at the root because it'll slide the tape right out.
And then I guess the final question is really how do you style them? I guess if it's real hair, then you can really just style it how.
You can, yep. And make sure if you're going to somebody that it is human hair. Like, have them, if you like are kind of iffy if they're, cause like if it was really cheap for you, then there's a chance you have either like compromised hair or, you know, something's up. So always have them test it with heat in front of you.
And so these are also Bombshell brands.
Yes.
Right?
So I use a lot of Bombshell extensions. The only reason if I don't use theirs is because they're out of stock of a color that I need. So otherwise I'll like use, I always use theirs. I love their quality. I think that their price is like perfectly in the middle, but I will go with like Glam Seamless or something if they don't have a color that I need. Ta-da! The finished product.
This is what it looks like. Let me do a trim around here.
Yep, cut and done, and I include that all in pricing, so.
Yay! Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, I will leave Jenna's handle and her contact info in the description. Link everything also down below. And thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye!
Bye!